Welcome to another episode of Paranormal Perspective. I'm John Lorden, and joining me as always is...
Christy Arnhart.
Now, if you're wondering, it is absolutely not Halloween. It is just,
No,
just the day that I dress up like I'm on Star Trek, and Christy, she
I,
dresses
I
like
do
that.
this every day.
Yeah, just about every day.
I mean, this is me.
Christy, do you want me to try? I might be able to. Let me see here. Maybe I
See,
can.
we've had to leave, got my green screen background because
Yeah,
every time I try to turn something on, my hair disappears.
let me
My hair.
see. Let me see. Maybe I can. Well, that's not bad. Let's do that.
I can
There
do
we go.
that.
Okay, we'll roll with that for now.
Perfect.
Excellent. All right, Christy, what is the topic for today?
Well, today is Lizzie Borden Day.
Oh, she's super excited, apparently.
I'm super excited. Super excited. Today, we're going to discuss the murders at the Borden household and how haunted the house is.
Okay. Okay. Now I'm looking forward to it because I
Yeah.
don't know. Everyone assumes that, oh, you've been into crime for this long. Oh, you got to know about. I don't know this story. Like
Yeah.
there's certain things that grab my attention. There's other things that I just miss. And I don't know this one. So very curious to see where we go with this, but let's learn all about it.
Well, I bet most everyone out there knows Lizzie's story, at least basically. So I'm going to go over it again. I'm not going to go in depth because that could take me shows.
Okay.
So
Yeah. I mean,
we're not going to do that.
there's been like a mini series on it, right?
Oh, so many
Yeah.
movies, miniseries, you name it. And see, I have a weird connection to this. When I was in the seventh grade, when I was 13 years old, we were assigned a biography to read. Now, we could do it on anyone we wanted to, but we had to dress up like that person and give an oral presentation of our report when we did it. So I read constantly as a kid. The day we go to the library to actually pick out our books, the librarian, Karen Wells, who was an incredible person, she pulls me aside and she says, with this new book come in, she said, it's a little adult, but I think you can handle it. And it was a new biography about Lizzie Borden, complete with crime scene photos and everything else. Yeah, it left its mark on me to be sure. And I
We're
have
talking about
never.
we're talking about a situation of axe killing, aren't we?
Mm, oh yes.
Wow, that's a heck of a
Yeah.
librarian. Hey,
Oh,
little kid,
man.
here, crime scene photos of an axe
Yeah,
killing.
read this. And I'm
Yeah,
not going to lie, it depressed me and it was hard to get through, but I'm glad that I did because it's something that I never forgot about. And
yeah.
I have read about Lizzie Borden ever since. I can't get enough of it. So today, we're going to cover how haunted the house is because, Lord, just listen to this craziness.
All right.
So, Lizzie Andrew Borden, her dad's middle name. How
Okay.
arrogant do you have to be that you give your daughter your male middle name?
It wasn't
Does
this
that
guy,
happen
was
a
it?
lot? Yep, that'd be
Yeah. Well,
him.
look at his face, of course. And you will
Yeah,
have my middle name. Yeah.
maybe that happens. Y'all tell me if it happens. I've never known it to happen. Everybody in my family always had, names that
I,
matched their gender. But
I,
anyway,
I once knew, and that's probably not as strange nowadays, but it was like 25 years ago. I did know a woman named Michael.
oh yeah, yeah. I just thought it was odd that he gave the middle name is his name.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's for women. It's usually a name that's handed down. Mine's generations old.
Yeah.
But we'll get to Andrew. So Lizzie was born July 19th of 1860. She lived until June 1st, 1927, which seems odd, 1800s to 19.
Mm-hmm.
She lived with her father, Andrew, her stepmother, Abby, and her sister, Emma. They also had a live-in maid named Bridget Sullivan that stayed there. Nobody, I mean, Bridget got along with everybody, but nobody else got along. Lizzie and Emma hated their stepmother. Lizzie would not call her mother. She would call her Mrs. Borden. That was it. If they
Okay.
talked when they had to.
Yeah. So this is Emma,
And
and this is
yes,
Abby. Okay.
yes, it is. Now, There was a lot of pressure in that house to begin with. Andrew was known to be such a miser about everything. He had so much money back then, but he wouldn't spend a dime of it if he didn't have to. They didn't live in this huge luxurious house. The girls didn't always have new dresses, and it's not that you have to do those things because you're rich, but at the time that they lived in, your personal appearance, things of that nature, the more money you've got, the better makes you look in society. At the time we're going to be talking about today, Lizzie was 33 years old and her sister was older. There's a reason they didn't marry. And I think I'll get to them all, but I think one of them was that he was such a miser. I don't think he would even let much money go for dowries.
Okay.
So they don't like their stepmother. They don't like their dad. Nobody seems to get along. And it's also thought Lizzie might have been gay. I believe she was gay. I think that's one of the reasons she didn't marry. And there were lots of rumors of affairs that she had through the years. I think that also played heavily into the events that happened because that was not accepted in any way back then.
Okay.
So what you do, we got at the 1st of August, 1882, excuse me, the Borden house. No, it is 1892. My letters from me. Oh, look at that typo. It is August 3rd, 1892. And the Borden household is violently ill. They never figured out. I mean, it was really bad. Doctors had to come in, check them out. Some people think that they were poisoned because it took them a while to get over this sickness. Andrew had enemies. I think Lizzie might have tried her hand at poison in the beginning, maybe. Some people say the mutton was just left out too long and it tasted bad. But anyway, it took them a while to get over this sickness. And that was like the first whiff of something bad that was going to be going wrong. So the day of the murder is the next day. It's August 4th, 1892. Sometime between 9 a.m. and 10:30 in the morning, Emma goes upstairs. See, guys, what is wrong with me? Abby goes upstairs to make the bed in the guest room. This is something that Lizzie usually did, but for some reason, Abby did it that day. During that time, she was attacked with a hatchet and killed. She was attacked about her head and neck. It almost severed her head. The maid was out. She was at the house at the time, says she heard nothing. She was cleaning windows. Lizzie was at the house. She says she heard nothing. Right after Abby is killed, Andrew comes home. He takes care of some business with an uncle that had stayed the night with them. He decides the uncle leaves the house. He says, I've got business to take care of. Andrew says, I'm going to lay down in the parlor on the sofa and take a nap. So he lays down in there. And at about 11:10 a.m., Lizzie comes running upstairs screaming, oh my gosh, come quick, father's dead. Someone came in and killed him. Well, he had been beaten about the head with the hatchet too. He was hit 10 to 11 times. Abby was hit 18 to 19 times.
And what was the time difference between these two?
She was killed between 9 and 10:30, and he was killed sometime from 10:30 to 11:10.
Oh, okay. Okay, so they're on the heels of each other essentially. Okay.
Oh, yes. Yeah, so obviously that person was around.
Okay.
When the police came in and questioned everybody, the uncle was considered suspicious, but they let him go because he wasn't there that day and people could verify his whereabouts. Nobody really believed the maid had done anything. She was hysterical. They couldn't get her to calm down, things like that. Nobody from the beginning liked Lizzie. They didn't like the way she talked to them. They didn't like the way she acted. Her answers were not the best that they could have been. The police could not find a murder weapon. They found all kinds of weapons in the basement. Hatchets, axes, one hatchet that the handle broke off that they assumed was the murder weapon. But they never even proved that. And I mean, sure, Lizzie did burn a dress the next day, but she said it had paint on it. It wasn't blood. She didn't do anything. So they arrest her and they put her on trial. Her trial starts June 5th of 1893. And it kills me. No murder weapon, no nothing. And it doesn't matter that people disliked her. It doesn't matter. They couldn't prove anything. And on June 20th, in like a half an hour, she was acquitted of both murders. There were no other suspects. Nobody else was ever brought up. It was just, everything kind of ended with that. Emma and Lizzie actually moved out of the Borden house. They bought a bigger, nicer, modern house. I mean, this house didn't even have any modern amenities. You know, when people were getting running water and all these other things, they were still having to do things the old-fashioned way because Daddy didn't want to pay for it.
Yeah.
So they've got a new lavish place that they go to, much nicer. And they live together for years until the two of them get into a fight over a party that Lizzie threw about an actress friend.
Mm-hmm.
And Emma moved out and refused to ever come back.
Okay.
Now, if she did kill her family, she got away, not just with murder, she got away with everything. She not only got her and her sister got all of her father's money and possessions, but they got Abby's too. And because Abby was ruled to have died before Andrew, her estate went to him first, and then at his death, passed to his daughters.
Wow. Wow.
So they got all of it. So think about that. You know, if I don't know. Lizzie was always, I hate to say a murderess was a kind of hero, but think about it. She had she really did have a bad life. I'm pretty sure there was some assault involved, lots of other terrible things that tend to happen to women. And it's been suggested that she may have just snapped and was in a fugue state when she did it, and that's why she doesn't actually remember the murder. But everybody pretty much agrees. Yeah, it's totally her. It's totally her.
Okay.
I don't know. I've just always kind of liked her because after that, she lived the way she wanted to. She saw who she wanted to. You know, she wasn't worth anything then. No one liked her. No one wanted to be around her. But she lived her life. So just think about this place. It's now a bed and breakfast. And I mean, it's just like all the other haunted places, you know, ghost tours. You can stay the night. You could, just so many different things. So I have included a bunch of photos and some videos that we can look at that people took while they stayed, like this one. What's with the light anomaly?
Yeah, this thing that's over on the right.
Uh-huh.
Well, the first thing I'm noticing about it is it's out of focus. So it's way closer to the lens than everything else. But what could that be? I don't know. It could be something hanging off the person's head. They could be wearing a towel on their head and it's a corner of the towel. I'm not sure. It does seem like it's pretty strong white. The shape of it doesn't really make me think it's a towel. I would think more like, I don't know, something someone would be wearing in their hair or on their head. I don't know. That's a weird one.
Couldn't be a ghost arm sneaking in there. That was what I thought first.
Well, it could be a ghost arm, especially if they're like Casper and they don't have fingers.
Look at
Just
the guns.
like a little nub.
Now this one, you can see the picture. Here's the side of the house.
Okay.
And there's definitely something in that window. It looks like a face.
That's pretty interesting. The only other thing I would point out about it is it looks very different compared to, like, see the other reflections? There's clearly a tree that's over on this side of the building, and you get all these reflections of all the leaves and the light that's showing through the tree. It looks like that's happening on the top window pane, but not on the bottom. And honestly, not just for that one, but for this one next to it as well. So I'm just wondering if they have the window open on the inside somehow. I don't know. I don't know why the glass isn't reflective. I do see what looks like it could be some leaves there, but it doesn't look right compared to the light that's shining through the tree in the upper ones. So I don't know. I don't think it's doctored necessarily, because why would you doctor it to make it look like not super convincing? And it's not super convincing. There is something that you could say looks like a face, but it's not like, you know, oh my god, that's her face, like it's an exact match for, like, I'm not getting that vibe off it either.
I did.
Oh, you think it's an exact match for her?
I don't think it's an exact match, but it looks so like a face. It could be pareidolia, but it
Yeah.
does.
No, I'm
I
with
could
you.
totally see it.
I see the face, but it's just like if I was gonna fake this, I
What if
would
it was
take
Abby?
this photo of her, yeah, and I would
Mhm.
smack it in that window, which nowadays especially would be super super easy. But I don't think that's what's going on here. I think this is something natural that we're looking at.
There's another face in the window.
Now this one to me is
I know.
ringing of hijinks. Yeah, because
This one, I don't
it would
know
be
though. It's
super
like the longer
easy.
I look at it, the better I can see it.
This would be super super easy to manipulate, and the like the age of the
Andrew.
photo here on the left, I mean, it looks
Hmm.
really busted up. It looks like it's been sun damaged and maybe water damaged. Like this photo is wrecked. But then you get to this part of it and it's just like, oh, like it's all clean. And honestly, to do an effect, like if I was going to do something like that, um, it would take no time at all. You're basically laying a picture on top of it and you're just setting an opacity of like 10% and just letting that 10% bleed through. Now, I will say that's not all that they did because they would have had to have cleaned up this line here. So they
Hmm.
basically kind of cut, sections of this for that photo to show through on. But
Wow, that'd be a lot
again,
of work.
I mean, nowadays it's 15 minutes. But I'd be looking for the photo that matches it. Maybe this one.
I don't know. I imagine there's a lot of different photos. See, to me, that looks like the dad.
Yeah, I bet you could monkey around with this one. I bet it is actually a picture of her. It might not be in this set, but I think it's a picture of her.
Hmm.
What is
Now, for
this?
this one, there was no one in the kitchen. The black figure of a person there was no one in the kitchen at that time.
Well, someone was here. We got this person stepping
Well, they
out.
were there, but nobody was in the kitchen.
Yeah. I don't know that that's in the kitchen, though. That could be something like, what is this over here? What's this other part of
The
it?
back of
Because
a sofa in the other room.
but that's the color of that is an exact match for whatever's happening here, which makes me
Hmm.
think it's part of the same object. And I think this is another pareidolia type thing. I think this is
Hmm.
a piece of furniture that is somehow sticking up. It's too weird to me that you would have the exact same color as some piece of furniture that's in that room.
Well, I mean, it's black.
That's actually, there's like gray and green. There's all kinds of color variations that are happening in it. It's not like flat. I can't get close enough on it. I don't know. I'm suspicious of that just because you have another source that you have to assume is a different item, but it happens to be the same color at the same focus range. I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know about that one. That's the least compelling one so far. Again, I don't think this is monkey business though. I think this is something that's there, that's naturally there. Now this, I mean, this is
There's
someone exhaling from a bong rip and then taking a picture, right?
there's actually several in this room that have anomalies like that in it.
Yeah, I've seen like double exposures, but even for like a double exposure, I don't think that's what this is. This is suspicious, and especially when you couple it up with like, oh, we've got other things that are having the same type of effect on them.
Well, I mean, if there's a ghostly fog in the room and it's moving, that's what you're going to catch.
Yeah, but also, also the story, like the story's got to match it too. Like if she was a sailor killed at sea in the ghostly fog, and now you're in her bedroom and you're seeing something like this, you know?
Well, I see lots of photos that are like this, though. And
Yeah.
not just from, the Borden place, but from other places that are haunted. Anomalies a lot like this show up.
The other thing is these are pictures of pictures. I mean, this could be just someone. This could be the person that's taking it. Like, imagine their head is right here. They're holding a camera in front of this picture, and they've got a window behind them. And this is the reflection of the window. Like, this one is probably the least compelling to me. These, I don't think that's happening. There's something else that's happening with these. Yeah, this one, I think that's just a picture of it. You could tell it's a picture of a picture because the staining that's on the photo is actually also on the picture frame. It's matching. Yeah, I don't know. Oh no, what is this?
Short about ghost hunters.
All right, let's see. Let me put the audio in the right place so we can hear this. About to have my mind blown. Here we go.
And horrific happened here, and they were involved. And I feel like their spirit is still drawn to this property.
Whoa, what the hell?
Did Ricky
So,
tell you Andrew?
Slash.
What was that?
I don't know whatever questions you were asking.
I love it.
I know.
I love it because without the
People-
music, it's literally nothing happening except for someone saying, "What was that?"
You sure you couldn't hear it without the music?
They've always got to put the music in there. Gotta sell the moment. All right. What do we got here?
this
Oh,
one's
this is a
more
haunting
recent.
caught on film. Here we go. Oh, come on. It's called a switch. It's called a light switch with someone else standing at it. And there's a second person in the room.
And the door opens.
Yeah, but we've also got another. What is this camera angle? What is this camera angle? There has to be someone else. Like, what is it? Someone's holding a camera above the door?
They may have mounted it above the door so they could
Yeah.
get, I don't know, portion of the room.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, we're going to put the question to the audience. Did Christy prove there was a ghost? I'm making it simple.
And you get so many things here. You get touched, you hear things, you catch pictures, it's the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, there's some good photos here. This one, I just think is something that's close to the camera. This one interests me because I'm curious to know, like, is there a piece of artwork that's in that room? I mean, it almost looks like a statue of some kind or something. Like, I'd be curious to see what's in that room. And I'm curious why the reflection isn't the same as what's happening right above it. Like, we should see the continuation of this tree happening down here. And I think I could see a little bit of it, but something else is definitely going on with that picture. And honestly, I'm just as interested, for whatever reason people choose to see a face in this picture. I'm seeing one in this one. I'm just as interested in this window. This one just feels like hijinks to me. This one I think is the same object as this piece of furniture. I can't explain exactly what it is because the shape is weird. I would assume like maybe this, but you wouldn't have a bedroom. I guess you could have a bedroom that leans into a dining room or something like that. But even then, like, it doesn't look quite right for like, oh, this is part of the headboard and that's one of the posts at the four corners of the bed. Like it's not playing off or paying off in that way for me.
To me, it looks like a woman in a black hoop skirt with a veil on, sitting in a chair or about to get up.
Yeah, I firmly have it in this same room, especially because, do you see how the edge of this, how the blur on the edge of this and the blur on the edge of this match? That means they're at the same position in the photo. Like if you had them farther out, the blur on this, see how it's a little sharper out here? Like if she was in that room, if it was a she should be sharper to me. It shouldn't match this. But I don't know. That's where I'm at. All right, we've got 5 more seconds.
Oh,
It's very close. Get your answers in. Did Christy prove that there was a ghost on this special non-Halloween episode? If you're watching on replay.
Yeah.
But if you saw this live, you knew it was actually on Halloween.
it was.
It was. But don't tell anybody.
It was. Yeah.
All right, we are ending the poll there. Christy, you were so close. 47% to 53%, but the 53% said
Wow.
so close.
I don't think I've ever disagreed with the audience like that before.
Well, it's not.
Especially talking about a place that has, such a haunting past and a violent crime. We know
Almost
how
half
things
of
tend to
them are
stick
with you.
around. Yeah, I know.
Almost half of them are with you.
That should have been an easy win.
Well, unfortunately, no win for you on this one, but a compelling story nonetheless. And essentially, there's definitely a true crime element to it. There is a true crime story that's wrapped up in that. So I appreciated hearing about that and learning all about it. Thank you so much for your hard work on this episode. If people have ideas for you, where can they send them?
You can message me on X at Ghost of Christy, or you can send it to paranormalpurse, PERS, @gmail.com.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and please join us again next week for another episode. Until then, we'll see you on the other side.
Going straight from the screen tonight. Sean and Christy, it was a fright. Paranormal vibes, we brought the light. And catch us again, it'll be alright. We'll see you soon, don't you fret. Enjoy the